Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria. Thank you for joining me today. We are going to be unboxing and doing a walkthrough and getting first impressions of the Oracle of Gaia's Forest. So this is a brand new Oracle deck that has come out, and this popped up along my feed so many times in the last few weeks that I just kind of had to get it. There's a couple of cards in there that just really kind of drew me in. So I haven't looked through, obviously, the entire deck. I haven't seen any other walkthroughs. I kind of like to be surprised, to be honest with you. So let's get surprised together. So I'm just going to take off the cellophane because it is really shiny. And that way we can kind of read the box and all that without getting too much, thank you, of a glare. Let me put that aside. The crinkly paper is going to attract my cats, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, so we've got a really nice hard box here, two-piece hard box. It's pretty glossy. It's got some gloss and sheen to it on its own. It's from the collection, The Oracles of Earth, okay, published by Oracles Atwood, so I don't know what that is, but anyway, we will get right into it and see. Created in France and printed in China. A lot of them are printed in China these days. Now, I have seen a couple things online where, I kind of really want this, but it's an AI deck. To be honest with you, I really don't know how to tell the difference on some of these things. I mean, it's created in France, so I mean, maybe it's a French AI or something, but but these days, can you tell the difference between like digital art and AI? I don't know. Maybe if you look at Ciro Marsetti's decks over the years, he's been doing these decks for many, many years now, and he's like a digital artist, right? But you would look at those these days and say, oh, it's AI. It's not AI, but but it's, of course, you use the computer to do it. So anyways, the fact is it beautiful? Yay or nay? Let's find out. So the Oracle of Gaia's Forest. The Oracles of Gaia's Forest encourages you to connect with your intuition and harmonize with the voice of nature, fostering the development of your innate intuitive abilities. It serves as a bridge between the seen and unseen, helping you uncover the subtle messages woven into the natural world. The Oracle invites you to delve into your inner wisdom, reminding you that each individual holds within them a profound knowledge capable of guiding you towards enlightened decisions. So, like I said, it's a quite sturdy two-piece box, always a little bit tricky to get off the first time because it gets squished in manufacturing and things. So I usually just kind of like give it a little bit of flexibility there. But the inside of the top of the box, beautiful imagery there. As you step into these enchanted realms, allow your intuition to guide your path and reveal your destiny. So there we go. I'll just put that to the side. There we go. And let's have a look inside. So we do have a lovely guidebook. Ooh, very glossy on the front there. The pages. Oh, these are really nice, high quality actually. This is like kind of a, I guess maybe like a semi-gloss on the pages. Very nice color, in color. If you need reading glasses, you may or may not need reading glasses for those, but it's in a typeface that's very easy to read. So let's see, we have how many pages on here? We've got, a nice little section on the back for notes. Always pretty handy. I always interview my decks, get to know them. They get to know me. Anyways, we've got 133 pages. Not sure how many cards we have. Let's go. Sorry, I'm flipping around just a little bit. We have, let me see. Oh, it doesn't actually say how many cards we have, but we've got symbols, a description of symbols, animals, so a composition of the cards, mystical characters and guides. We've got elements, places, symbols and animals, messages on the cards. So a description of those there. The 5 sections of each card. In this guidebook, each card has 5 sections: symbolism, keywords, interpretation, yes, no reading, or guidance. Interesting. Some people are just looking for a simple yes, no. And so this could potentially be a go-to deck for you. You come to the deck, get to know it, connect with it, and ask this very simple yes or no question. So it's all about what you ask as for how the answer comes out. So anyway, but that's that's really quite interesting that we've got that on there. We'll look at an example. Preparing for the reading. So it's pretty handy information if you're new to divination. Card reading methods. We've got one card. We've got yes, no reading. Okay, so there is a guide on how to get an accurate yes or no reading. 3-card spread. We've got a cross spread. Let's see, the Celtic cross spread. So, or this one, it's just called the Celtic spread. So cards are, pretty much a Celtic cross right there. So anyway, so it kind of shows you how to do that as well. And then we get into the cards with yes, no. So what we'll do is we'll have a look at the cards, because let's face it, that's why we're all here. And we'll look at the card stock and all that. And then stick with me till the end, and we'll give it a good shuffle, and we'll just pull a card. And we'll just pull a random card just to refer to the guidebook, so you get a good idea. Look at the back of that deck. Anyway, so you get a good idea of how the messaging comes out, right? Because sometimes that's really what it boils down to. That's the inside of the back of the box. Very pretty. Very pretty. All right. Now, yes, of course, I gave a gasp of air because, just get this little, there we go, get that off of there. Look at the back of those cards. Beautiful. Now, of course, a lot of oracle cards don't necessarily get read in reverse. It's not how a lot of them are created. So it doesn't matter that the imagery on it only faces one way, right? If I have a tarot deck, I do like to have images that are mirrored on the back, or just something that you can't tell whether it's in the upright or reverse. Because I don't like to know as I'm shuffling the cards, right? So, but in this case, it probably doesn't matter. I didn't see any key words in here for reversals, but once we pull a card and have a look, we'll double check, because some oracle decks do have reversals. But anyways, beautiful. And okay, so while we're at it, let's look at the card stock. All right, now card stock is always very subjective. So these are glossy. Okay, you can see, woo, glossy. They are glossy, so if you are doing any camera work, right, as I am now, you can kind of see reflections all over the place. So you probably have to be a little strategic as to where your camera goes or your lights go. As for your size, it's a pretty standard oracle card size. Let me get a tarot card just to show you. So there's the tarot card on top, oracle card on the bottom, so you can see the size differential there. And if you've got, big hands, long fingers, I've got long fingers, I could shuffle them by the side, but if not, you can shuffle them the other way around. Anyways, so as for the card stock, all right, are they flexible? Yes. All right. Are they super, super thin and, you're going to break them the first time out of the gate? No. Are they thick cardboard and really firm? No. All right, so they're flexible enough to work with. All right, but I would say you'd probably still need to just use a little bit of caution. Believe me, I've got some in my collection that are a lot thinner than this. So anyways, so very usable there. And let's get right into the cards. All right. The Enchanter, learning. Looks a little bit like Merlin. Beautiful. And this is part of why I got this deck, right? The images just jump out of the page. I don't care how they're created to a certain degree, as long as they connect with me and I can connect with them. Card number 2 is the Moon with renewal. Beautiful full moon on there. We've got the Door with change. Beautiful portal opening up on there. Card number 3. Card number 4, the Sun, bringing light. Pretty much any deck you pick up, if you get the Sun card, it's usually the most positive and joyous and sometimes enlightening card of the deck. We've got the Key with this solution. If you're looking for an answer, the key has the solution. So number 6, the fountain, bringing healing. Beautiful. Got the fairy. A little bit of fairy magic in there for you. Card number 7, bringing happiness. The path. Card number 8, choice. Likely to show up if you're at a bit of a crossroads. The lightning, transformation. Card number 9. Number 10, we've got the deer with intuition. If you ever seen a deer in a forest, they stand there and they're like, nope, peace out, and they bolt. Either that or they'll sit there and they'll just keep on doing whatever they're doing. We've got the amulet bringing protection. Card number 11. They have kind of almost a Celtic feel to these. Oh, as I pull the Celtic cross, okay. Harmony, card number 12. There you go. The root, card 13, bringing stability. Or maybe showing you need to find stability. That could be it too. 14, we've got the eye, truth. The all-seeing eye. Number 15, the Night Shepherd, trial. 16, the sword, justice. What was the sword that was in the stone? Not Merlin. I forget. What is that tale, the sword and the stone? Who is that? Anyway, okay, whatever. Let's carry on. We've got the raven with a warning, card number 17. Now, in different belief systems, the raven can bring a warning. They can also bring protection, right? Look at Tower of London. The mythology behind that is if the ravens ever leave or are not there in the Tower of London, it'll fall. So it brings protection as well. Anyways, we have the chalice for abundance, card number 18. Beautiful chalice. Oh, look at this one. Fiery. The fire, passion. There you go. The owl, prudence. It's a gorgeous owl. The clock, patience. No one likes to be told to be patient, do they? The pendulum for clarity. Number 22. The temple, peace. The menhir, strength. The druid, secrets. The shield, confidence. I do say the imagery just jumps right off of these cards. The death, 27, liberation. You know, people think when we get the death card in tarot that it's scary or ominous, and it can be, right? It can represent change and transformation, but it can represent growth and liberating you from something, right? Something, say goodbye, turn our backs to it. That can be a very beneficial card. 28, the mirror, illusion. The harp, friendship, card number 29. The butterfly, evolution, number 30. Beautiful butterfly. The earth, fertility, 31. The nymph, healer, or health. The coin, money, 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 number 33. 34, the compass, guiding you to your destiny. The anchor, blockage, 35. Interesting. because I do read other divination systems as well. Quite a few, actually. But one of them is, of course, Lenormand. And in Lenormand deck, the anchor is your goal. It's where you want to get to. And in this one, it's blockage. So maybe something preventing you from picking up your anchor and moving towards your goal, maybe. Anyway, the chest, luck or lack. Oh, big difference between the two there. Okay, lack. I don't have my glasses on. So the chest, interesting. I wouldn't mind reading that one, actually. I'm just going to put that to the side so I don't forget. I'll also do a shuffle, but interesting to see, because usually when people find a chest, it can represent treasure, right? It's kind of one of the first things that you think about. And this one is lack. Maybe the chest is locked. Anyway, the priestess with forgiveness. The witch, revenge. Okay. All right. I can see some people potentially taking some exception to this one. All right. That a little bit feeds into, kind of like the raven in this deck brought about a warning. And depending on your belief systems and all that kind of stuff, everyone's different, right? Everyone comes from different place, different mythology, different traditions, all that kind of stuff. No one's necessarily right. No one's necessarily wrong. It's what works for you. So just like the raven can bring about warnings in some cultures, it also brings protection and messages and guidance in others. The witches have been, of course, vilified in history in many, many cultures. And they've been depicted as, kind of evil things, right? But in reality, a lot of people practicing magic and witchcraft and all this stuff, they're very, very much connected with the earth. Spells, casting spells. You use herbs, you use, elements from earth and nature and fire and water and all these things. And, you can certainly use the powers for so much good and healing and all that kind of stuff. And a lot of witches were, pagan healers and things, right? Can witches also be depicted as gnarly and vengeful? Yes, they can. So just know that there's many more different interpretations of witch than just revenge, okay? And remember, if you are going to engage in some witchcraft or anything like that, remember the power of 3, and remember what you put out there comes back to you. So if you put out negativity or negative spells and things like that, be prepared to have one cast back your way. All right, so anyway, we've got the pilgrim with a journey. I'm going out on a quest. I've got the anvil, work. Hard work usually with the anvil. The lamb, bringing kindness. Lovely little lambs. Poison, the betrayal. The black cat, duality. Do you have a black cat? I would love to see a picture of your black cat. I don't know if YouTube lets you put pictures down below, but I would love to see a picture of your black cat, or just let me know if you have one. I do have one. I got the best picture of him the other day in a mid-yawn. He looks like an evil vampire. It's pretty cool. Anyways, the river, serenity, card 44. The virgin with purity. This one's also really quite beautiful. The rose, love. Love comes in many kinds. Highest vibration of all, right? The well, solitude. Oh, speaking of the black cat, he just showed up. The shadow, conflict, number 48. The elf, blossoming. The clover, the 4-leaf clover, bringing you some luck. Got quite a few cards in this deck. I like that. The cave, isolation. The wheel, karma. The tree of life. This is, the back of the deck. All right, the tree of life with interconnection. And finally, last card, we've got number 54, the dragonfly, bringing lightness. All right. So let's just give this a really quick shuffle and pull a card and pull it at random. So you can shuffle them like I am there, and shuffle them overhand like that. And we pulled the dragonfly. Well, there you go. So let's grab our handy dandy book and go right to the very end for the dragonfly. And so here we go. I'll hold it up so you have something beautiful to look at while I read. The dragonfly is gracefully adapting to changes and seizing opportunities for transformation. Dragonflies thrive both in water and air, skillfully adjusting to the challenges they encounter. This creature encourages you to embrace flexibility in your journey, navigating life's transitions with grace. We've got lightness, and this is transformation, harmony, clarity, and joy. Interpretation, right there, interpretation. You are currently undergoing a period of deep inner change, which requires adaptability and open-mindedness. The dragonfly encourages you to approach events with lightness. Trust that a new phase of your life is about to begin, bringing with it opportunities for growth and renewal. In a yes-no reading, this is a yes. You are encouraged to follow your intuition and trust your inner guidance as you move forward on your path. And then the guidance is the dragonfly invites you to cultivate harmonious and balanced relationships, paying close attention to communication and empathy. Be aware of what is happening around you so you can seize opportunities as they arise and fully appreciate each moment. Very nice. I like that the dragonfly came out because all of us are collectively expanding in some way, and we're going through this metamorphosis. So let's have a look at this one because, I pulled this out because it really did catch my eye. And we've got the chest. The chest embodies both a material and spiritual dimension. On the one hand, it represents a closed vessel, evoking a sense of lack and the mysteries concealed within. On the other hand, it suggests the presence of hidden treasures or material riches, emphasizing the potential wealth to be discovered. So lack, mysteries, prosperity, wealth, and secrets. Interesting. So the key word, there's more depth to that, right? So this is where the book is going to come in handy. Interpretation. When the chest appears in your reading, it signifies a lack or the need to further tap into your potential. The chest suggests that you have access to hidden treasures, whether they are material, emotional, or spiritual. It encourages you to acknowledge the value of what you already possess and to use these resources to your advantage. In a yes-no reading, this is a no. There may be limitations or constraints preventing you from achieving a favorable outcome. And the guidance section, identify the areas of your life that require special attention and ensure they are kept secure. This may include your relationships, health, personal values, or important projects. Be mindful of what matters most to you and invest your time and energy in those aspects. And there you go. So that is the Oracle of Gaia's Forest. I would love to know your first impressions. I would love to know if you have this deck already. Have you used it? And feel free to leave me any kind of comments down below. But I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.